What's going on, everybody? I told you guys I would make a video about my own personal EDC, what I generally have with me. And I want to talk about a couple, I don't know, what I would call levels of EDC. I know I made a video and talked about EDC. Actually, it was yesterday. It's going to be a couple days till I upload this video, but just the other day I made a video about EDC. But I wanted to do one where I actually showed what I carry. So let's get into it. So first off, let's assume it's a day I'm going out on the motorcycle. I'm just going out and about doing general things. So what do I normally have with me? Well, first thing, I always have my phone. Obviously, you want your phone. I think, besides the obvious, in case you want to call somebody, a phone's an essential tool. It's a camera if you want to record things, take pictures of things. And it could just be like, oh, I see something new, I want to take a picture. It could be like the scene of an accident or a crime or something. So keeping your phone with you. I carry an extra battery, usually. It's at home charging right now, but I think it's always good to have some kind of a backup plan for energy. Look how disgusting my phone is. Anyway, so phone would be number one. Obviously, your wallet. I always have my ID. Of course, you always have your ID, and some cash. Always keep at least like $20, just in case. Then I got, my kind of functional things. My knife. Always have a knife with me. It's actually a Colt branded knife. I'm not sure who makes it. It's pretty old, as you can tell. A buddy of mine who's a cop actually gave it to me. So it says police positive. That just might be the model number, but he gave it to me. I like it a lot. It's not super, super sharp, but it's pretty good. And it has the pocket clip, which I think is essential, at least for me. So I have that knife. I also always have a pen. I personally like this pen. If you don't have a preference, you can carry whatever kind of pen. I like these because they go on really smooth. They have a nice fine line. They write on pretty much anything. It also has this kind of window right here that kind of lets you know how much ink is left in it. I also always carry a marker. Sharpie, fine point. This is about as dull as I let it get before I replace it. So I always have that. Now, I also carry, if I'm going out during the day and there's no chance I'm going to be out at night, I will usually forgo this, but I always carry a flashlight with me otherwise. This is a Streamlight Stylus Pro. This is from Academy. It retails, I think it's either $29 or $39, but it was on sale, so I picked it up. It's rated for 60 lumens, but don't let that dissuade you. I have a 120 lumen Eye Protect light, and this is actually brighter by a good bit. So that kind of angers me about that Eye Protect one, because, obviously their 120 lumens is a lie. Either that or this thing is massively over what it's rated. But in any case, I love it. As you can see, it's actually, it's almost identical length to a Sharpie. It weighs about the same as the Sharpie. I'm going to try lithium batteries in it. This has regular batteries in it right now. There's AAAs. I'm going to try lithium AAAs and see if I can lighten it up a little more. Although its weight is certainly not a problem. It also has a pocket clip. When I keep the things in my pocket, I always clip them all around to the edge so that they're right there when I need them. I've also found that if they're clipped in your pocket, they'll be on your pocket like this, instead of like a big jumble of things in your pocket feeling bulky. This feels a lot less bulky. Now, if I'm going out on my motorcycle, I will generally leave this knife at home, and I'll opt for this. Hopefully you can see it. Hopefully you can see it there, the Schrade, which is on a lanyard. Obvious reasons why that would be preferable on a motorcycle. You just push that and it comes off. I'm not very good at opening these, just practice. Now, this isn't the greatest knife in the world. I think I got it off of a Snap-on Tools truck about 15 years ago, but it's all right. It's sharp enough to get the job done. It doesn't weigh anything, so that's a bonus. So that's another part of it. Also, when I'm going out motovlogging or taking a thing, I always carry a backup battery. This is actually the dead battery, and the backup battery is actually in my camera right now. And of course, I have my garage door opener, and I always carry a lighter. You never know when you're going to need a lighter for something. Some people carry a lighter like, oh, survival. I might need to start a fire to cook food and survive. I just carry a lighter because you never know when you might need a lighter. If you have to cut some paracord or something, the end's going to be all frayed. If a shoestring breaks and is frayed or something, or, whatever. Maybe you need to light a candle. Maybe you need to light a campfire if you find yourself going out to a party or something. Who knows? But, you know, it's like $1.10, carry a lighter. So that's my general use EDC. Now, if I am going somewhere that I feel like might be a little bit dangerous, I know in most people's EDC there is some sort of firearm. I generally can't carry right now because I'm still waiting on my CHL to show up. It should be here probably in the next week. A few days ago they said it was sent out to be printed, so should be here any day soon. But I have two ways I can carry. One, I have a Galco inner waistband that puts a handgun at 4 o'clock, and what I would carry with that is this. It's a Smith & Wesson, and it's sweaty, M&P Shield 9mm. I'd carry it with the 7-round because it keeps it a little more low profile. This is a really, really great gun. I've taken it to the range and it shoots beautifully. It's eaten everything I've thrown at it. I'm probably 1,000 rounds into it, and it's running without a hiccup. Right now it is loaded with Hornady Critical Defense jacketed hollow points. Of course, I carry a backup magazine. I carry the 8-round backup magazine because you can see on your waistband the longer handle it's going to be a little easier to print with that. So I carry it with this and keep the 8-round as a backup. Now, if I'm on the bike, I really don't like waistband carry because if I fall on it, I'm going to hurt my hip. If I have it in the small of my back, I could do spinal damage. The position I sit on the bike, Mexican carry, is really not optimal. And before anybody says, oh, Mexican carry, he's being racist. Mexican carry is not a racist thing. I'm not saying, oh, that's the way Mexicans carry their guns. Way back in the day, the Mexican cowboys, they had a sash, and they would take their guns and they would tuck them into the sash, kind of in front of them, like right here. That's how it got its name. It's not a racist thing. But on a bike, I don't want to carry any of those ways, especially on a supermoto because I'm out doing shitty wheelies or off-roading or whatever, and there's a decent chance I might fall. I don't want to land on it. That would suck. So on a bike, I think a good way to carry is an ankle rig. This ankle rig happens to be carrying a Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 380, which is also loaded with Hornady Critical Defense. That is also a great firearm. A lot of people say, oh, you know, and a 380 is not big enough. 380 won't protect you. I invite any of those people to volunteer to get shot by a 380 if 380 is so, you know, wimpy. It eats everything that has been thrown at it. It's a great gun. Feels awesome in my hand. Doesn't have the laser, but honestly, I don't care about that. And of course, then I always carry the backup magazine for it, also loaded with Hornady Critical Defense. So there you go, guys. That's it. That is my EDC. Generally, my EDC is this, or it's this, or it could be that. You know, I brought everything today so I could kind of do the video about it and talk about it all. I know a lot of you have seen my video the other day, and a lot of you commented what your EDC is in there. Well, here is mine. So let me know what you think. Like, comment, consider subscribing. I am going to make another EDC video or two because I have yet another level of EDC that I do. Basically, it's I have a backpack that I take with me when I'm going somewhere in the car or if I'm going away for a while. I don't generally take with me when I'm just going out and about. One thing I did notice with the bike is you'll notice how this pant leg's cuffed and this one's straight. This stops it from showing when, you know, my pant leg rides up on the bike. Alright guys, let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, blah blah blah. Thanks a lot. Bye bye. Quickly, I'll give you some advice for you guys that are new to off-road riding. Your throttle